amazing friends as the guy side. I guess I was wrong with that. And I was very respectful. I gave everybody a compliment.
At that time when you say you don't do both, and then but you was gonna go for more.
I think I was being honest, but
Chat after, like, I thought we were cool, but turns out we weren't.
You
Because
know,
other people you
because
can
um,
run
yeah,
to.
because the majority of people that come on the show, they're flying from different parts of the state.
Yeah, oh, here, let's go, okay, go. Yeah, yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.
YouTube, what's good with y'all? Today I'm reacting to the BM Talks Pop the Balloon where they're going to go back and talk to the girls from episode 23. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this episode. Let me know what else I should be reacting to. 98% of y'all is not subscribed, so if you fuck with the video, then tap in and subscribe with me. It means a lot. And make sure you like the video and check out my playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
It's nice to have you guys back. Obviously, as you guys saw from your episode, we had the men on. They got a chance to speak, say their piece, all that good stuff. So we're like, it's only fair that we bring the ladies as well so they can say their piece because a lot of the comments, you guys were pretty much under fire underneath that episode. So we were like, you know what? Let's give them a chance so they can come back on. Maybe there's some things they want to address, whatever it may be, get some stuff off your chest. This is a great moment for you guys to do so. So we just wanted to bring you on the platform and just hear from you guys. I hope you guys are ready.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so the first thing I want to ask you is, how did you find the experience so far being on the show, and how did you find it when you saw the actual episode come out? How did you feel? Kind of explain your experience. Let's start with
Renee.
Renee.
I had a fun experience. I was surprised to see a lot of negative comments. I thought that we were a very nice episode. No one was mean, or we didn't have like a viral weird moment. I thought that we all made a group chat after, like, I thought we were cool, but turns out we weren't.
Wait, so you say you thought you didn't have a viral?
No, like she means like they didn't have like some crazy
Yeah, like,
huge
I want
viral
this
moment.
people,
But I mean, as a whole, though, the whole episode is a viral. It's like a viral moment. The whole
Yeah, the
episode.
episode, it was a good episode. I'm saying, like, we didn't have anyone that was disrespectful or had like some weird commentary or something. All the girls were respectful. The men, we did have a nice lineup, but we just didn't match up. They just weren't our types.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it's like BM said, it's a viral moment the whole show. Like they were saying all this stuff, they were being so picky, and it wasn't just that the men weren't their type. It was that the way that they told the men that they were their type or the reasons that they gave is what made it viral, even if they didn't say anything like wild for attention.
Okay, so it looks like we lost Christina, but we'll continue. When she comes back on, we'll go ahead and pick up with her. So we were hearing from Kamina, aka Haitian Doll.
So yes, the experience was really fun. I met a lot of amazing girls during the experience. I thought I met amazing friends as the guy side. I guess I was wrong with that. But other than that, watching the episode back, honestly, the negative comments don't really phase me. I mean, I was very respectful. I gave everybody a compliment before I turned them down, so I wasn't really too mean. So yeah, I liked watching it back, and it showed my bubbly side. I was laughing a lot, so yeah.
Okay. Okay, what about Carrington?
My experience was great. Arizona was beautiful. I love to travel. So just the overall going out there was amazing. I was really nervous beforehand, but the girls definitely made it better for me. We talked, everybody reassured me. Anxiety was through the roof, but it ended up being so easy, so smooth. And like Renee was saying, afterwards we were talking and we're like, dang, we kind of had a boring episode. Like nobody even said anything crazy. Nobody, like everybody, guys and girls in the group chat, all were kind of in agreement that we didn't have a lot of viral moments. We were wrong, clearly, but during the experience, everybody was like, "Oh, like everybody was so nice." Like everybody tried really hard to be respectful, give compliments. It was definitely a learning experience as far as production and how things like this go on. Um, a lot of standing, a lot of standing. But it was great, like being out there. It was amazing, and like Kamina said, we we all kind of had a bond. We went and did things afterwards as groups, multiple times. We had that group chat. We're really kind of bonding in a way, getting to know each other outside, off of camera. Of course, now we all have different perspectives of everybody, and the experience is a little tweaked. But initially, it was like, oh, like we might have not found our person, but we definitely found friends out of it initially. But you live and learn. And then as far as the comments and things like that, I'm a very inside person. I am not like I took a detox from the internet and social media before this trip, and getting it back and this being the first thing, it was a lot for me. So I can't sit here and act like, oh, I have the toughest skin. I just stopped reading the comments because I know everybody's pure intent. And after getting to know these women, I just can't. Like, I couldn't sit there and watch them degrade these women as far as their looks, their personalities, because those conversations afterwards show that those 20 seconds that went viral aren't these girls. So it did. It kind of hurt my feelings. It kind of put me in a weird space. Like, oh, okay, for one, I don't date. I don't communicate with people just outside of work and things like that. So this right here was extremely overwhelming, having all those eyes on me from people that I don't even know. But overall, it was nice.
Okay.
Yeah, like I feel like out of the 2 or 3 people that have talked so far, she has been like the most like mature, I guess, in explaining like how she actually felt, because the other 2, I feel like they're kind of like throwing shade at the men, like throwing them under the bus. And I feel like from seeing the reunion episode, there was like a disagreement, and I agree that the men didn't throw them under the bus. Like, and I haven't seen the BM version with the men, so let me know if you want me to react to that. But yeah, like I just feel like she's been the most mature in looking at it, and it goes to show like I'm not surprised she's mature, because she's taking social media detoxes. She's not like super into the internet, and I feel like people like that tend to be a little less like, I don't know, trying to like talk shit and like sneak diss and shit like that.
All right. Let's go and let's move into Ish.
So the experience overall, I think, had a lot of positives to it. Like Carrington said, going through the process, understanding how things like that work, meeting new people. The group of ladies that I met was amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. I have zero bad things to say about any of the women. That was an amazing experience for me. Afterwards, getting to know the guys, you get to know people at a certain level and you see things and you're like, these guys aren't so bad. Not saying that they were bad when we seen them, but you kind of see people for what they are outside of them being on camera. So felt like I got a really good look at who these people were. And then after the video dropped, seeing all the negativity and everything that people were shooting at the girls, I feel like I got a lot of heat. I'm not saying that everybody got positive stuff, then I got like negativity. But when I tell you, I was waking up in a bad mood because so many people were saying all these negative things about me that weren't true. Like, there were rumors like all over, people making like individual videos of me, and I've never been under scrutiny like that, especially in such a negative way. And me being the person that I am at the core, it really did hurt my feelings, because I'm like, these people literally don't know who I am. They just see these images of something put in front of all these people, and we're expected to do this thing. Like, the show is about dating and essentially either accepting or rejecting a person. And I feel like when we're being honest with ourselves and we're rejecting people in front of all of these eyes is seen as such a negative, as if we are meant to be with every person that crosses our path, and that's just not realistic. So I think it was a good experience overall, being able to meet these people and have this connection. But I don't necessarily like how much negativity the women receive, because again, like Carrington said, knowing these women, they are such good women inside and out. And I just can't see what people are seeing online, and I've gotten to know them at the level that I have. So a lot of positives, but I definitely don't care for the negatives that came with it. I feel like if people were a lot more open-minded and understanding, they would feel, that we're human too. You can't learn or know somebody off of 20 seconds, especially with all these negative headlines that each episode or each video of, that has been taken out of context has been given. Like, it's just so many he say she say things that are like kind of like the telephone. You hear one thing on the first episode, then the next clip, somebody says something different and takes it out of context, and somebody takes that clip.
Oh my god, like okay, I was trying to wait for her to finish to say something, but she just keeps fucking rambling. So basically what I'll say about her is she's always complaining about the comments. You do not have to read the comments. And then she's trying to say, oh, I wish people in the world were more open minded and da da da. Like, bro, they're not. Like, you're first of all, you're not gonna change people, like, let alone on the internet. You can't even change people in real life, let alone through the internet trying to talk to them. And then like that's what people come on the show to do, to comment. The commenters come to talk shit and complain about stuff that they think is wrong. And you know these women. That's another thing. She keeps saying, "Oh, I know them so well, and I could never say a bad thing about them." Well, first of all, you know a positive side of them. You haven't seen probably the negative side of a lot of these women, and two, like you're like relate to them a lot. You're on this show the same way that they were. You're receiving the same hate. You want to like them, and these commenting people, they don't know you, and you guys represent problems that they see in dating. So it's like, I don't know. I just, whenever I hear her, she just be like trying to live in la la land.
And now that clip is taken out of context. It's just so much, bending and twisting and not even knowing the full truth. So I definitely want people to understand, like, all y'all seen on the internet, not true.
So
Not
Ish,
true.
I actually want to ask you a question, right? Because you said that you don't do bold, guys, but Mo was basically,
Who?
bold. So obviously people are saying, you say you have to be honest, right? But was you being honest at that time when you say you don't do bold, and then but you was gonna go for Mo?
I think I was being honest, but with Maul, you may not have seen it on camera, but like he literally had hair. Like it was not like completely bald, like he was like missing all his hair. It was
Okay.
legitimately hair growing out of his head. He just had a really low cut. And even if you go on his Instagram page, which I seen afterwards, you can see like videos and pictures of him with actual hair. Like he's not like completely bald. So that's what I was seeing. And I'm not saying that I'm against bald men, because that's another thing that was taken out of context. I think black men especially are really, handsome, especially being bald. I think for me it's just an age thing, and the difference between Rob and Maul was that Rob, like he said, he couldn't help it. Like he didn't have the capability to grow hair, in certain parts of his head, so he was bald. But Maul was a little different. Maybe he was bald or low cut by choice. And I think
But
that's what
but
the
do you
difference
do you
was for
do you,
me.
but do you get what people see though? Because obviously a lot of people see that he is basically nearly bald, right?
Hmm.
So when you're coming on this type of show and you're presenting yourself the way that you present yourself, people will judge you by what they see, right? So did you think that the way that you acted, like, and some of the stuff that you said, also, you said the thing about the long distance thing, right? You said that was
Hmm.
an issue. Um, Obviously coming onto the show, I mean, I would imagine you're coming on. If you're flying into Phoenix, I would think that you're okay with long distance, you
Because
know.
other people
Because
Um,
want
yeah,
to.
because the majority of people that come on the show, they're flying from different parts of the states, you
Hmm.
know. So,
right.
what are the
So,
chances that you're gonna find somebody that lives in the same state as you?
I mean, I think the chances of that are very high because you're crossing these people's paths every day. The issue with the long distance, especially the situation with Cliff, is that he's living in Las Vegas, right? I'm living in, the Detroit area of Michigan. That's right here and right here. Long distance is different in Michigan and Ohio than it is from Michigan and Las Vegas. So the proximity was not there for me. Um, if I can drive 4 hours to see a person, if we're doing it every other week, 2 times a month or however it is, the proximity is there and there's some closeness. And I think in any long distance relationship, the parties have to be eventually willing to move, but too far of a distance just would not have worked for me. And I think that's very reasonable. And there were people,
I understand that, but for the show, right? The show is a long distance type of show. Like,
yeah,
it's like
but
if you're coming on the show, you kind of have to be, okay with long distance because everybody else is flying in,
Yeah,
to
I
find
think
love.
I don't think she's saying she's not okay with it. She's
Yeah,
okay with it to a certain
No,
extent.
right,
to a
right.
certain extent, and then
But
and
this is
then
the
you
thing.
have
You
to
know
hear me.
that
Look, you have to
but
hear
you,
me out from my standpoint. You have two people from Philadelphia, right? You had Maul, and you had
Bro, she just keeps saying the same thing, bro. Like, we get it. You don't want to get and BM gets it. Like, she keeps saying the same thing she said in their reunion, and then like she's talking over people. I mean, I get BM kind of interrupted her, but she just be rambling. Like, you got to stop her. And then two, what do y'all think about like bald men? Like, should people be like not wanting to date them because they're bald? Is that a fair thing to do, especially if they can't control it, just like height? And then what do you think about men wearing like wigs and doing like hair regrowth? Because like obviously a lot of the women right now have wigs on or fake hair, so it's like I don't know, like I feel like it's kind of a double standard because some women are bald or have really short hair, and I feel like when it comes to women, like their appearance is more of a factor. And I feel like on this show we saw a lot of women like super picky, like they want the appearance to be perfect and they want their like bank account, their wealth, whatever, to be perfect.
I don't know her name, but they were from the same state, so that's like a luck thing. I think when you go on these shows, you have to understand that it's some sort of luck or some sort of, destiny. If you're not meant to meet somebody on these shows, you're just not meant to meet that person. But they happen to come on the show and be from the same state. So maybe they were meant to meet. From my standpoint, I know what I was willing to do and what I was willing or what I wasn't willing to do. And I knew like the proximity that I was kind of willing to work with. And that's just what it was. Like there's 8 people, there was 10 of us. It's not always going to be a perfect match or everything's going to be, cookie cutter or perfectly fit in shape. And I think that's what the experience is about. But to say that I wasn't accepting of any type of distance, I think it's kind of just shooting out into the dark because 2 people were from Philly. There could have been somebody from Ohio. There could have been somebody that lived in Indiana, but it just wasn't like that on the episode. And I don't think that's necessarily on me personally. If we're talking about getting realistic matches, like realistically, you guys pick the people. So maybe try doing things on a regional level to where people are more comfortable, because I know a lot of ladies, not just myself, that wouldn't necessarily do long distance if it was just too long, like too much of a distance in between the people. So
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, no, I understand what you're saying there, but essentially this show we do put on the description that it is for the whole of the USA. So you have to know that if you're coming on the show, know that you should be open-minded to dating people from all over the states. And I understand you not wanting to be. Some people come on and they are from the same state, but we are picking people who we think is compatible with other people. We're not looking at distance. Me and my wife, I lived in London for 20 years and then I came to the US. So if you're talking long distance, that
was
didn't
real
stop
long.
us.
Oh God.
But I definitely understand what you're saying there. And yeah, let's move on to Kia.
Yeah, but I feel like part of the reason that their relationship worked out long distance is because they're really looking for real. Like I think that's something we saw in this episode is a lot of these women are like not really serious about finding love. Like, or I guess to them they're serious, but their standards are like really high. I feel like they haven't really prioritized their standards to be like more reasonable, I guess. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I'm gonna cut off the episode right here. Let me know if you want me to keep reacting to this or if you want me to go back to doing the reunion episodes or doing like the normal like actual dating episodes. Make sure you subscribe if you made it to the end of the video. Make sure you like the video and check out my playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon related reaction videos. Hope y'all have a great day. Have a happy New Year's. Peace.
Oh, here, let's go, okay, go. Yeah, yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in a vintage, yeah.